Hey there, comic book friends. I'm Travis. This is a Oddfellow special. This is a video for Scott, Running with Comics. He's hit 700 subscribers, probably more than that by now, right? Which of course is always amazing when you hit these big numbers. Congratulations, sir. Well deserved. Like I said, I'm sure you're gonna hit many more. Always have something interesting to say about whatever you read, even if you hate it. You got something good to say about it, which is always awesome. I'm here with my pumpkin. I'm going to carve a pumpkin while I answer your questions because I'm pressed for time this Halloween season, it seems. So, and this seems somewhat appropriate because, of course, your questions are Halloweenish oriented, right? So let's jump right into that. Hopefully the music in the background isn't too loud. Listen to some Bajas because of course it's Halloween and it just seems to be kind of a Halloween kind of a thing, right? It's either that or Susie and the Banshees. Anyway, so your first question is favorite monster. Well, as a kid, using a drywall saw. As a kid, my favorite monster was Creature from the Black Lagoon. Was always the critter that I like best as far as monsters go. Followed closely behind by werewolves, and of course I don't know if I'm taking myself out of the running here. Not that it matters by naming more than one. But my favorite as a kid was always Creature from the Black Lagoon. I don't know why. Just like the sea monster. The misguided sea monster or misunderstood sea monster. I always felt as a kid, I was kind of a weird kid. I guess I sympathized with the monsters an awful lot, but it just seemed to me like the guy just wanted to date or something, and people didn't get that. But big fan of werewolves. Werewolves is the next thing. As a kid, I liked werewolves. I liked the savage craziness of a werewolf versus what seemed to be the way too cute vampires. I always thought Dracula seemed like I don't know, too much of a kind of a cute and pleasant kind of a thing. I mean, certainly there are vampire stories and movies and shows where they're not that way. But I thought that even before they started making them sparkle, right? That and I really like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde too. There's something appealing in some sense or another about the whole kind of split personality and loss of control kind of thing. It always kind of interested me too. But anyway, Creature from the Black Lagoon. Next question is favorite Halloween costume. Of course, this is gonna sound great. My favorite Halloween costume. One year I went as a bag of potatoes. Yeah, bag of potatoes. Needless to say, wearing burlap is extremely uncomfortable. I was a weird kid. Bag of potatoes. Why was it my favorite costume? I don't know. It always amused me. Came up with it, and at the time I was living in Idaho. Of course, Idaho is famous supposedly for its potatoes, even though I lived in northern Idaho and I never saw a potato field ever. And you couldn't even buy Idaho potatoes in Idaho. More likely you bought Washington potatoes. Anyway. Favorite horror film? Let's see. Man, there's so many. I think, to be honest, my favorite horror film, I love it because I always consider it to actually be a comedy. I really like American Werewolf in London. I just think it's a hilarious film. I just watched it again not very long ago with my son Ethan, and we had a good laugh. Well, he didn't laugh quite as hard as I did. I think he thinks I'm like really strange and demented for thinking it's funny. But the beginning of that movie where the two guys are walking across Scotland, and they go into the bar and they piss the people off in the bar, and the bar people tell them, get out of here, basically, and stick to the road, don't look at the moon. And of course, as they walk out of the bar, they almost immediately wander off the road and look at the moon, and I don't know. And once his friend is dead, him showing up dead, all green and rotten, and eating his friend's toast. I just think it's funny. So that's my favorite horror movie. Let's see. If I could dress up as one villain or superhero costume, what would it be? I think Mr. Miracle. I just, if I'm gonna go full-on superhero, I think that's what I think would be the most fun. Just because it's incredibly bright color, it has a cape, has a big collar. It's just nuts. And yeah. And of course I'm in full mask, so I could run around being a crazy person. No, right? So that'd be fun. Let's see. Favorite horror genre, comic or book? That's a hard one. Favorites are hard. I don't do well with favorites anyway. But let's see. What's a good one? It'd probably have to be some H.P. Lovecraft book, even though maybe not the best written stuff. I just always liked the monsters, and I'm amused by the deterioration of the characters in it. So I'm gonna go with H.P. Lovecraft. Let's go with The Case of Charles Dexter Ward. Why? I don't know. It just sounds like one fun one to pick. Oh, favorite Halloween candy. That was the other one. Favorite Halloween candy. Oh, I'm gonna be really boring. Snickers. I like Snickers. Yes, it's got evil peanuts in it and everything. But I like Snickers, so bite-sized Snickers is pretty awesome. Oh yeah, the good stuff. So the last thing is what would you have written on your tombstone? You know, and like I said, I'm a weird kid, probably a weird adult too. These are things I actually do think about on occasion. It's constantly changing. Right now, it is a quote from an E. Cummings poem, and it basically is, I'm kind of look at it so I make sure I don't screw it up. Listen, there's a hell of a good universe next door. Let's go. That's what I want to be on, I think. Nothing morbid, just something to make you think. And anyway, that's it for the answers. You know, not 100% sure if I got this in on time. If I did, awesome. If I didn't, that's cool too. Basically, I'm doing it just to support Scott, because Scott's an awesome guy, and is, you know, supportive of everybody else that's here too. So that's always a cool thing. And, you know, heck, it's fun. So that's it. Have a great one, everybody, and happy Halloween. I'm gonna get to whack in the face in this big old pumpkin I got here. So I will catch you all later on.